I've been waiting decades for this. It's official. The Venerable Archbishop Fulton Sheen will be beatified on Thursday, September 24th in St. Louis, Missouri, according to the Vatican's Dicastery for the Causes of Saints. The beatification will take place at the Dome at America's Center in St. Louis. Cardinal Louis Tagle, pro-prefect of the Dicastery for Evangelization, will preside. In February, the Diocese of Peoria, Illinois, first announced that the Vatican had given the go-ahead for Sheen's beatification 6 years after being postponed by the Holy See. Beatification is the final step, major step, in the canonization process before a candidate can be proclaimed a saint. For more on this, I'm joined by the Executive Director of the Sheen Foundation, Msgr. Jason Gray. Msgr, thank you for being here. The date of the beatification for Fulton Sheen's been officially announced. Again, how important is this long-awaited event, not only for the Church Universal, but for the Church in the United States?
Well, in particular, Sheen is known especially for his work of evangelization, and that's really one of the things that we can really honor and celebrate here. He's the pioneer who brought the faith on radio and television to countless homes, and so he was someone who really paved the way for Catholic media that today I think owes a real debt of gratitude for all the work that Sheen did. So absolutely something that we'll be looked forward to around the world, but in particular in the United States, this is an area he had such great influence.
Yeah, Msgr, the beatification ceremony is going to take place on September 24th, a Marian date. But Sheen's eventual feast day will be on December 9th when he died, the feast of St. Juan Diego. Explain the significance, as Sheen was certainly associated throughout his life with Our Lady, I know, and had a deep devotion to her.
Yeah, part of that devotion, Sheen expressed in his desire to be closely connected with the Blessed Mother. He talked about important things happening on Marian feast days. And he even talked about wanting to die on a Saturday or on a Marian feast day. So he was close. December 9th is very close to December 8th. So then also to have the celebration take place on a feast of Our Lady of Mercy, September 24th. That's a great thing. And even the announcement came on March 25th on the Annunciation. So we were able to announce with great tidings of joy the beatification of Sheen as we were hearing about the Archangel Gabriel announcing to the Blessed Mother about the birth of our Savior. So another great Marian connection.
Yeah. I want to also mention, viewers of EWTN will remember him. He was a dear friend of mine, the late Father Andrew Apostoli, who was the first postulator of Sheen's cause. And really, you know, I was on that first commission, and I remember joining him for so many of those meetings. He was a devoted spiritual son of the soon-to-be blessed. I know Father Andrew would be thrilled at this news, and I'll bet he is. Should he be canonized? And what would Sheen, in your reckoning, be the patron of, Msgr?
Well, I would think that anything connected with Catholic media, I don't know if we have who's the patron of the internet, that's what it's right now, but everyone who's involved in the work of evangelization owes that debt of gratitude to Sheen. But we also can't forget the tremendous missionary work that he did. So he was the head of the propagation of the faith, and so was influential in bringing the gospel to the far-flung corners of the world. So he'd be a fitting patron, certainly, for the missions as well. So I guess we can take our pick. We have multiple things to celebrate.
Yeah, well, he and Mother Angelica can duke it out for, yes, the patron of media. But Sheen, and they'll have to fight with St. Clair, who I guess is the patron saint of television because of that vision she had, of a mass going downstairs when she was, ill in her bed. Msgr, what should people, viewers, and people around the world who know nothing of Sheen take of this moment, that his cause is being advanced? What does it say to them in their lives?
I think it tells us about the things that were important to Sheen and things that all of us can really imitate. Now, Sheen was a brilliant man and very educated, but you don't have to be, Sheen can be relevant to everyone no matter what level of education a person has. In fact, the most important thing that he did, and where I think he learned the most about Jesus Christ, came from his time of prayer. It was when he would sit in front of the Blessed Sacrament, which he did every day in a holy hour. That's how he really came to know Jesus Christ. That's really the most important thing, I would think. And everyone can imitate Sheen through the prayer, devotion, and especially Eucharistic adoration.
Yeah, great example. Msgr. Jason Gray, thank you for being here. We'll catch up with you in the days ahead. And stay tuned to EWTN for all the details regarding the coverage of this blessed and long-awaited event, the Beatification of Venerable Fulton J. Sheen, on Thursday, September 24th. Thank you, Msgr.
Excellent. Thank you.